Okay, this tutorial is going to cover how to log in a student so that they can access their H and P drives and save documents to our network hard drive partitions. So to get in to gain access, students have to click on this shortcut on the desktop labeled Student Login, double click on it. And you should follow these instructions here that are generic. Please enter short name, which is first three letters of their last name, first three letters of their first name, then their two-digit number. In this case, I'm going to use an example from one of our students who is currently at our school. You can either click OK or you can hit the return key on the keyboard. Either way will work to move you on to the next part of logging in. Okay, now they actually have to type out their full first name, legal first name, and full legal last name with a period between the first and last name. So, all right, graduation year that the student is graduating in, and of course then their password is their lunch number. All right, then what you'll notice on the right-hand side, you will see their H and P drives. So let's say they have a document that they want to move, they have it saved on the P drive and they want to move it to this Mac to utilize it. So for instance, they have, let's see, a simple picture that they'd stored. You'll notice that when it moved it, it put a green plus on that document when it moved it to the desktop. That means it copies it. Anytime you see a green plus, it means it copies. It doesn't move it from one place to another. It doesn't delete it from the partition on H. So here's the same document there. By the way, you can expand this to read these. See this little vertical line here? Put your mouse over it and you get this vertical line with arrows going horizontally in opposite directions. You can then expand or contract the name window or any of these windows so that you can read it a little more effectively. Okay, so if you don't want that document to be on the desktop, as I've stated in a prior tutorial, to get rid of it, you can drag it to the trash, literally drop it in. You'll see it, the icon changes to have rubbish in it, and then it makes a little trash get ball sound like you just made a basket. All right, so if they have a document on the desktop, then what you can do, I'm going to move this to the desktop, moved it out of downloads. So let's say they typed a Pages document. They typed up a paper in Pages. They saved it to the desktop. And they called that paper about downloads. And then they want to make sure that they save it to their network. When they're in Pages, you can't save directly to H or P. They have to save it to the desktop. Once they've saved it to the desktop, they literally have to drag and drop that file into the network partition. Okay, so there was about downloads right there. That's the file that I just moved on that date and time. All right, so I'm just going to delete that. And I'm holding down the control key right now on the keyboard, which is at the far bottom left corner of the keyboard, control. It's in both the bottom row on left and right. That is your right mouse click. That's one way of getting a right mouse click with these Mac mice. So I'm going to select move to trash. And are you sure you want to delete about downloads? Yes, I want to. And it will move it from there to the trash. And you'll notice it is now gone from his partition. I'm going to close that window. I'm going to close this Finder window for his P drive. And remember, it doesn't remove it unless you specifically, it will not remove it from an H or P drive unless you specifically right click and say move to trash. So this still exists, the about downloads document still exists on the desktop. I'm going to move it to the trash, drop it in, and it's gone. All right, so make sure when students are done that they go to the student logout, double click on it, and that their partition icons are now gone, and it says student logged out.